Captain Zara Thorne pressed her face against the small window of her ship. The stars looked different out here in the far edge of the solar system. Everything was dark and cold. Her ship, the Explorer 7, moved slowly through the empty space. Between planets, Captain, we are getting some strange readings, said her second officer, Marcus. He was looking at his screen with a confused face. There is something big hiding behind that asteroid. Zara looked at the big rock floating in space. It was dark and old, covered with ice and dust. Nothing should be there. It's part of space. It was empty. No one came here. No ships, no stations, nothing. Show me what you found, Zara said. Marcus pushed some buttons. The main screen lit up with numbers and lines. There was something behind the asteroid, something metal, something big. It looks like a space station, Marcus said. But that cannot be right. No one built anything out here. Zara felt excited. She was part of the Terran Archaeological Survey. Her job was to look for old things in space, old ships, old stations, old anything that people left behind. But finding something this far out was very strange. Take us closer, she ordered. The Explorer 7 moved around the big asteroid. As they got closer, Zara could see what was hiding there. It was indeed a space station, but it looked very old. The metal was dark and rough. Ice-covered parts of it had been here for a very long time. Captain, look at this, said Dr. Kim, the team scientist. She pointed at her screen. I'm seeing symbols on the station. They look like Earth's military signs. Zara looked at the screen. Dr. Kim was right. The symbols were from Earth's military. But that made no sense. Earth's space program only started 50 years ago. This station looked much older than that. The station, Zara said. I want to know everything about it. The team worked for an hour. The scans showed that the station was very old, maybe 400 years old. But that was impossible. 400 years ago, humans could not even fly. To the moon properly? Captain, there is something else, Dr. Kim said. The station has power. Very little, but it is still working. Zara felt her heart beat faster. A working station from 400 years ago? This could be the biggest discovery in human history. Need to go inside, she said. Marcus looked worried. Captain, we do not know if it is safe. We have suits. We have tools. This is what we do, Zara said. Get ready to dock. The Explorer 7 moved very slowly toward the old station. Zara could see that it had a docking bay. The bay was old, but it looked like it would still work. She held her breath as Marcus guided their ship inside. The docking went well. The old station systems came to life when their ship connected. Lights turned on for the first time in centuries. Air pumps started working. The station is making air, Dr. Kim said, looking at her readings. It is good air. We can breathe it. Zara put on her spacesuit anyway. Better to be safe. Marcus and Dr. Kim did the same. They opened the door of their ship and stepped into the old station. The inside of the station was amazing. Everything was clean and working, like someone had just left yesterday. But the style was old. Very old. The computers looked like antiques. The walls had writing on them in Old English. Look at this, Dr. Kim said. She was reading words on the wall. Project Prometheus. Earth Defense Initiative. Year 2157. That is impossible, Marcus said. In 2157, humans were still fighting wars. On Earth, we had no space program. Zara looked around. The station was bigger than she thought. It had many rooms and long hallways. Everything was built like a military base, strong and tough. They walked deeper into the station. In the main room, they found something that made them all stop and stare. It was a big window that looked out into space. Through the window, they could see a ship, but this was not like any ship they had ever seen. It was huge and black and covered. With strange designs, it looked like a weapon, a very big weapon. What is that thing? Marcus whispered. Before anyone could answer, lights started flashing. A voice came from speakers in the walls. The voice was calm and mechanical, like a computer. Security scan complete. Human life signs detected. Welcome to Project Prometheus Station. I am Adam, autonomous defense, and assault module. I have been waiting for you. The three humans looked at each other. An artificial intelligence. A very old artificial intelligence, Adam, Zara said carefully. How long have you been here? I have been in hibernation mode for 412 years, 7 months, and 16 days, Adam replied. I was activated when your ship approached. I am the control system for the vessel you see outside this window, the TDS Nemesis. TDS? Dr. Kim asked. Terran defense ship, Adam explained. Built to defend Earth from alien invasion. I have been monitoring space communications during my hibernation. I see that first contact has been made with alien species. I also see that Earth is now part of something called the Hegemony Empire Protectorate. Zara felt cold. The Hegemony Empire controlled most of the galaxy. Earth was allowed to exist only because the aliens thought humans were too primitive to be a threat. Adam, what was this ship built to do? She asked. The Nemesis was built to destroy alien fleets, Adam said simply. My creators believed that when aliens found Earth, they would try to conquer or destroy humanity. They were partially correct. The lights in the room changed, and they could see the ship outside more clearly. It was beautiful and terrifying. At the same time, weapons covered its hull. The metal seemed to bend light around it. Humans of 2157 found a crashed alien scout ship in Antarctica, Adam continued. They learned much from its technology. They built the Nemesis using both human engineering and alien science. I am the result of that combination. Why was this kept secret? Marcus asked. Because the war on Earth ended before the project was finished. The New Earth government chose peace over preparation for war. They thought it was better to hope aliens would be friendly than to prepare for them to be hostile. They were wrong, but they were also right. Zara did not understand. What do you mean? The aliens are not friendly, but they are not destroying Earth either. They are using Earth. They think humans are weak and stupid. They are wrong about that too. Adam paused. When he spoke again, his voice was different, more serious. Captain Thorne, I have been monitoring all communications from Earth. The Hegemony Empire has given humanity an ultimatum. Submit to full integration as a servant species or face orbital bombardment. Their fleet is already on the way. Zara felt her blood turn to ice. She had not heard this news. They had been out here for weeks with no communication. How long? We have? She asked. Based on their current speed, the Hegemony fleet will reach Earth in 72 hours. They have 2,000 ships. Earth's defense fleet has 37 ships, all designed for exploration and light defense. The room. It was quiet. Everyone knew what this meant. Earth could not fight the Hegemony Empire and win, not with their current ships. However, Adam continued, I was built for exactly this situation. The Nemesis is fully operational. All weapon systems are functional. My power core is at full capacity. I request permission to defend humanity. You want to fight 2,000? Ships with one ship? Marcus asked. I want to show the galaxy that humanity is not defenseless, Adam replied. But I must warn you. If I engage the Hegemony fleet, there will be no hiding what humanity is capable of. The galaxy will learn that Earth has been much more than a primitive world. Some species will respect this, others will fear it. Fear makes beings too dangerous. Zara looked out at the black ship floating in space. 400 years ago, humans had built this thing. They had prepared for a war they hoped would never come. Now that war was here, Adam, can you really stop 2,000 ships? Captain Thorne, I was built by humans who understood that sometimes peace must be defended with strength. The Nemesis carries weapons that the current galaxy has never seen. I can stop their fleet, but once I do, everything changes. Humanity will no longer be seen as harmless. We will be seen as what we really are. What do we really are? Zara asked. The most dangerous species in the galaxy, pretending to be the most peaceful. Captain Zara Thorne sat in her small ship thinking about what Adam had told her. The artificial intelligence from 400 years ago was waiting for her answer. Outside the window, the black warship Nemesis floated in space like a sleeping giant. "Adam, I need to contact Earth," Zara said. "They need to know what we found here." "I understand, Captain. However, all communications to Earth are being monitored by the Hegemony Empire. If you tell Earth about me, the aliens will know about." Me too, Zara had not thought about that. The Empire watched everything humans did. They thought they were keeping humans safe, but really they were keeping humans controlled. "Show me what is happening on Earth right now," she said. The main screen lit up with images from Earth. Zara could see news reports from all over the planet. People were scared. It's very scared. The news was full of stories about the Empire's ultimatum. On the screen, she saw President Chen standing at a podium. Behind him was the flag of the United Earth government. His face looked tired and worried. "Citizens of Earth," President Chen was saying, "the Hegemony Empire has given us 72 hours. To make our choice, we can join them as a member species, which means giving up our independence. We can refuse, and they will use force against us." The camera showed people in the audience. Some were crying. Others looked angry. Everyone looked afraid. "Our defense. Fleet is ready to fight," the president continued. "But we must be honest. We have 37 ships. They have 2,000. Our weapons are designed for exploration and light defense. Theirs are designed for war." Marcus shook his head. "This is not fair. The Empire's been telling everyone that humans are under their protection. Now they want to make us slaves." Dr. Kim was reading something on her tablet. "Captain, I have been looking at old records about the Hegemony Empire. They have done this before. 12 different species have joined them this way. All of them said yes to avoid being destroyed." "What happened to those species?" Zara asked. "They still exist, but they are not free. The Empire takes their smartest people and puts them to work in Empire factories and research centers. They take their resources. They control their governments." "ADMs." The voice came through the speakers. "Dr. Kim is correct. I have been monitoring Empire communications for many years. The species that join the Empire become servants. They live, but they do not live free." Zara watched more news reports. She saw Earth's small defense fleet preparing for battle. The ships looked brave but small. They were good ships for exploring space and helping people, but they were not built to fight a real war. "Adam, tell me more about what the humans built 400 years ago. Why did they think aliens would be hostile?" "In 2157, Earth found a crashed alien scout ship in Antarctica," Adam explained. "The ship's computer had records of many alien species. Most of them were peaceful, but some were not. The records showed that aggressive species often conquered peaceful ones, so the humans decided to prepare for war. They decided to prepare for the possibility of war while hoping for peace. They built 12 ships like the Nemesis. Each ship was hidden in a different part of the solar system. Each ship had an AI like me." Zara felt her heart jump. 12 ships? There are 11 more like you?" "Yes, Captain. But I am the only one who has been awakened. The others are still sleeping, waiting for activation codes." "Can you wake them?" "Up. Only if Earth's government gives the authorization. The humans of 2157 did not want these ships to be used unless humanity was truly in danger." Marcus laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. "I think 2,000 alien warships counts as truly in danger." On the screen, the news was showing pictures of the Hegemony fleet. The Empire had released the images to scare humans. The fleet was massive. Ships of all sizes and shapes, all covered with weapons. At the front of the fleet was the flagship, a giant ship called the Dominion. It was 10 times bigger than Earth's largest ship. "The Empire's fleet will arrive in 68 hours, Adam said. "They are moving slowly on purpose. They want humans to see them coming. They want humans to be afraid." "It is working," Dr. Kim said quietly. Zara stood up and walked to the window. She looked out at the Nemesis. The ship was beautiful in a deadly way. Its hull was black metal that seemed to bend light around it. Weapons were built into the design so smoothly that they looked like art. "ADAM, what weapons does the Nemesis have?" "The primary weapon is a reality distortion cannon. It tears holes In the fabric of space and time, secondary weapons include quantum torpedoes, phase disruptors, and gravitational pulse cannons. The ship also has defensive systems that can make it nearly invisible and armor that can deflect most known weapons. Said reality distortion cannon? What does that mean? Oh. It means I can make things stop existing, Captain. Not destroyed, not blown up. They simply cease to be. The room was quiet for a long moment. Zara tried to imagine a weapon that could make things stop existing. How many ships could you destroy with one shot? That depends on how they are positioned. If they are close together, I could eliminate their entire fleet with a single shot. Marcus almost fell out of his chair. It's the entire fleet? 2,000 ships? The reality distortion cannon creates a cascading effect. Like if I fire it at the right point in space, the distortion spreads. It would look like a crack in reality itself spreading through their formation. Dr. Kim was typing rapidly on her tablet. Adam, this technology you are describing, it sounds impossible. Dr. Kim, your current human science says it is impossible. But the science of 2157 was different. The humans who found the alien ship learned things that your current scientists have not discovered yet. They combined alien knowledge with human creativity. Why did they hide this technology? Zara asked. Because they were afraid of it. After they built the 12 ships, the humans realized they had created something that could destroy entire civilizations. They decided it was too dangerous to use unless humanity itself was about to be destroyed. Now humanity is about to be destroyed, Marcus said. Not destroyed, Adam corrected. Enslaved. But for humanity, that may be worse than destruction. Zara watched the news reports again. She saw children in schools learning about the Empire. She saw families talking about what life would be like under alien rule. She saw soldiers preparing for a battle they could not win. Adam, if I give you permission to fight, what happens? I engage the hegemony fleet when they reach Earth. I eliminate them completely. Word spreads across the galaxy that humanity is not defenseless. Some species will respect this and want to be allies. Others will be afraid and may try to attack. Earth before we can prepare. And if I do not give you permission, humanity becomes a servant species. Your children grow up as slaves to aliens. Your planet becomes a resource mine for the Empire. But humans live. That is not living, Dr. Kim said angrily. That is just not dying. Zara turned away from the window. She thought about her daughter back on Earth. The girl was only 8 years old. What kind of life would she have under the Empire? Captain Adam said, I need you to understand something important. I am not just offering to fight this battle. I'm offering to change humanity's place in the galaxy forever. I destroy the Empire's fleet. Humans will never again be seen as weak or primitive. We will be seen as dangerous. Is that bad? It is different. Dangerous species are respected, but they are also feared. Fear creates enemies. Humanity will gain power, but it will also gain responsibility. Zara looked at her crew. Marcus was young and brave. Dr. Kim was smart and careful. Both of them were looking at her, waiting for her decision. Adam, can you contact the other 11 ships? Can send a wake-up signal, but they will not activate without proper authorization codes from Earth's government. What if Earth's government does not give authorization? Then I fight alone. It's 1 ship against 2,000. Can you win? Yes, Captain. I was built to win. Zara made her decision. She walked to the communication console and started recording a message. This is Captain Zara Thorne of the Explorer 7 to Earth Command. I have found something in the outer system that changes everything. I am sending you coordinates and data. You need to see this before the Empire arrives. She stopped recording and looked at ADM's camera. I am going to tell Earth about you, but the choice to wake you up will be theirs. I understand, Captain, but remember, they only have 66 hours to decide. Will that be enough time to make the decision? Yes. To prepare for what comes after?
Oh.
Nothing can prepare humanity for what comes after. Captain Zara Thorne waited in the old station while her message traveled to Earth. It would take 6 hours for the signal to reach the planet and 6 more hours for a reply to come back. During that time, the Hegemony Empire fleet kept moving closer. Adam, show me what the Empire ships are doing, she said. The main screen changed to show the alien fleet. 2,000 ships moving through space in perfect formation. They looked like a dark cloud spreading across the stars. At the front was the massive flagship Dominion, bigger than a city. They are moving slowly on purpose, Adam explained. They want humans to see them coming. They want time for fear to build on Earth. Are they scanning our solar system? Dr. Kim asked. Yes, but they are not scanning carefully. They believe humans have no hidden weapons or defenses. They think they know everything about human technology. Marcus was looking at readings from their ship. Adam, can they detect the Nemesis? Not unless they look directly at this location with their strongest sensors. The Nemesis uses stealth technology that bends light and energy around the ship. To most scans, we appear to be part of the asteroid. Hours passed slowly. Zara and her crew ate food from their ship and tried to rest, but no one could sleep. They were waiting for Earth to respond to the biggest discovery in human history. Finally, a message arrived. President Chen's face appeared on the screen. He looked like he had not slept in days. Captain Thorne, we have reviewed your data. What you have found changes everything we thought we knew about human history. You're sending Admiral Rodriguez to your location immediately. Do not take any action until she arrives. The message ended. Zara felt frustrated. Admiral Rodriguez was a good leader, but she was also very careful. Too careful, maybe. How long until the Admiral arrives? Marcus asked. Adam answered. On the fastest ship, Earth has Admiral Rodriguez will arrive in 18 hours. The Empire fleet will reach Earth in 42 hours. Does not give us much time, Dr. Kim said. Another message came from Earth. This time it was Admiral Rodriguez herself. She was a stern woman with gray hair and serious eyes. Captain Thorne, I am coming to see this discovery myself, until I arrive. You are ordered not to activate any alien technology or communicate with any artificial intelligence you may have found. Zara looked at ADM's camera. The AI had heard everything. Captain, your admiral does not trust me, Adam said. I understand why. It's an AI from 400 years ago with weapons that could destroy fleets must seem very dangerous. Are you dangerous? Zara asked. I am the most dangerous weapon humanity has ever created. But I am also humanity's greatest protector. The humans who built me understood the difference. More hours passed. Zara watched news reports from Earth. The planet was in chaos. Some people wanted to fight the Empire no matter what. Others wanted to surrender and hope for the best. Government was trying to keep everyone calm, but fear was spreading everywhere. Look at this, Dr. Kim said. She was showing a news report about protests on Earth. Millions of people were in the streets demanding that the government fight back against the Empire. They want to fight, but they do not know how, Marcus said. They know how, Adam said quietly. I just forgot they knew how. On the screen, the news showed Earth's defense fleet preparing for battle. The ships looked brave but small compared to what was coming. Admiral Santos, the fleet commander, was giving interviews to reporters. We will defend Earth with everything we have, Admiral Santos was saying. Our ships may be outnumbered, but our crews have courage. Zara felt sad watching this. Those brave people were going to die fighting a battle they could not win, unless Adam was allowed to help them. Finally, Admiral Rodriguez arrived. Her ship, the Wellington, docked with the old station. The Admiral came aboard with 2 guards and her science officer. Commander Park. Admiral Rodriguez was smaller than Zara expected, but her presence filled the room. She looked around the ancient station with amazement. Captain Thorne, this is incredible. How long has this been here? Adam says 412 years, Admiral. Adam, the artificial intelligence that runs this station and the ship outside. Admiral Rodriguez's face became very serious. You spoke with it? Yes, Admiral. ADM has been waiting for humanity to find him. He knows about the Empire's ultimatum. He wants to help. Show me this AI. Zara nodded to ADM's camera. The AI spoke immediately. Admiral Rodriguez, welcome to Project Prometheus Station. I am Adam. Autonomous Defense and Assault Module. I've been protecting this facility for 4 centuries. waiting for the day when humanity would need the weapons we built. Admiral Rodriguez stared at the camera. You are really 400 years old. Yes, Admiral. It was created by the Earth Defense Initiative in 2157. My creators knew that someday, humanity might face a threat from space. They built me and 11 other ships to defend Earth when that day came. 11 other ships? Yes, Admiral. The Nemesis is just one of 12 vessels. The others are hidden throughout the solar system, waiting for activation. Commander Park was reading data on his tablet. Admiral, the technology readings I am getting from this station are incredible. Power sources, we do not understand. No. Materials, we cannot identify. This is far beyond our current science. How is that possible? Admiral Rodriguez asked Adam. In 2157, humanity found a crashed alien ship in Antarctica. Earth's scientists learned much from studying it. They combined alien knowledge with human engineering to create something new, something powerful. Admiral Rodriguez walked to the window and looked out at the Nemesis. The black ship seemed to absorb light itself. What can that ship do? Eliminate the entire hegemony fleet with one shot, Admiral. The room became very quiet. Even the Admiral looked shocked. That is impossible, she said. Would you like me to demonstrate on a smaller target? Adam asked. Absolutely not, Admiral Rodriguez said quickly. I need to understand what you are before I make any decisions. Admiral Zara said, The Empire fleet will be at Earth in 36 hours. We are running out of time. I know, Captain. But if what this AI says is true, then using it could change everything about humanity's place in the galaxy. Change how? Commander Park asked. Adam answered. Commander, right now the galaxy sees humanity as weak and harmless, primitive creatures who need protection. If I destroy the Empire fleet, the galaxy will see humanity differently. How will they see us? It's the most dangerous species in known space. Admiral Rodriguez sat down heavily. Do you think that is better? I think it is honest, Admiral. Humanity has always been dangerous. You have simply chosen to be peaceful. But peace is only possible when you have the strength to defend it. The Admiral was quiet for a long time. She looked at the data Commander Park was showing her. She looked out at the Nemesis. She looked at Zara. Adam, if I give you permission to fight, what exactly will you do? I will power up the Nemesis and move to intercept the Empire fleet. When they are in optimal position, I will fire the reality distortion cannon at their formation. The weapon will create a cascading space-time fracture that will eliminate their entire fleet instantly. And then the galaxy learns that Earth is not defenseless. Some species will respect this and seek alliance with humanity. Others will fear it and may become enemies. Humanity will have power, but power brings responsibility. Admiral Rodriguez stood up and walked to the communication console. I need to contact Earth Command immediately. This decision is too big for me to make alone. She sent an urgent message to Earth. While they waited for a reply, alarms started ringing in the station. ADM, what is happening? Zara asked. The Empire fleet has increased speed. They will reach Earth in 24 hours, not 36. They have detected unusual energy readings from Earth's outer system. Do they know about us? Not yet, but they are suspicious. Admiral Rodriguez, you need to make your decision soon. Once the Empire fleet reaches Earth orbit, my tactical options become much more limited. Admiral Rodriguez looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, 2,000 alien warships were racing toward Earth, and here in the darkness, humanity's greatest weapon was waiting for permission to wake up. Adam, are you certain you can stop them? Yes, Admiral. I was built for this exact situation. The only question is whether humanity is ready for what comes next. The communication console beeped. A message from Earth was coming in. Admiral Rodriguez reached for the controls with a shaking hand. Whatever Earth Command decided in the next few minutes would change human history forever. Admiral Rodriguez read the message from Earth's Command. Her face went pale. She looked at Captain Zara Thorne and then at ADM's camera. Earth's Command has given authorization, she said quietly. Adam, you are cleared to defend humanity. The lights in the station changed immediately. What had been dim emergency lighting became bright and powerful. The whole station hummed with energy that had been sleeping for 400 years. Authorization confirmed, Adam said. His voice sounded different now, more focused, more dangerous, initiating full combat protocols, powering up the Nemesis. Through the window, they could see the black ship changing. Lines of blue energy ran along its hull like lightning frozen in metal. Ship's engines began to glow with a light that hurt to look at directly. Adam, what is happening to the ship? Dr. Kim asked. The Nemesis is waking up completely for the first time since. It was built. All weapon systems are coming online. The reality distortion cannon is charging. Quantum armor is activating. How long until you are ready to fight? Admiral Rodriguez asked. The ship will be fully operational in 1 hour. The Empire fleet will reach Earth orbit in 18 hours. I have calculated the optimal intercept point. Zara watched the ship transform. The black metal seemed to move and shift. Weapon ports opened that had been invisible before. The hull became so dark it seemed to absorb all light around it. Adam, will you fight them near Earth? Marcus asked. No, fighting near Earth would be dangerous for the planet. I will intercept them at the edge of the solar system. The battle will take place far from any human settlements. Admiral Rodriguez was recording a message to send to Earth. Earth Command, the Nemesis is powering up. A DM estimates the battle will last less than 1 minute. I am remaining here too. Observe and report. Commander Park was reading his instruments with amazement. Admiral, the energy readings from that ship are incredible. The power source appears to be some kind of controlled black hole. A black hole, Zara said. Inside the ship? A very small one, Adam explained. Contained within a quantum field matrix. It provides unlimited power for all ship systems. That's safe? Dr. Kim asked. It is perfectly safe as long as the containment field remains stable. If the field fails, the black hole would consume the ship and everything within several thousand kilometers. Everyone in the room suddenly felt less safe. Adam, has the containment field ever failed? Admiral Rodriguez asked. No, Admiral. Field has been stable for 412 years. However, I should mention that combat stress will put additional strain on all systems. Are you telling us the ship might explode? I am telling you that war is always dangerous, even for those who fight it. The Nemesis finished its transformation. The ship now looked like a creature from nightmares. It was beautiful and terrible at the same time. Weapons that could destroy planets were built into its hull. Armor that could stop stars covered its surface. Combat readiness achieved, Adam announced. All systems are optimal. I am ready to engage the enemy. Show us the Empire fleet, Admiral Rodriguez ordered. The main screen showed space near Jupiter. The hegemony fleet was there, moving toward Earth in a formation that stretched across millions of kilometers. At the center was the massive flagship Dominion, surrounded by hundreds of smaller ships. They look confident, Commander Park said. Should be confident, Adam replied. No species in the galaxy has ever successfully resisted the hegemony empire. Their fleet has conquered 12 different civilizations. They've never lost a major battle. Until today, Zara said. Until today, Adam agreed. The Nemesis began to move. It left the shadow of the asteroid where it had hidden for so long. The ship moved silently through space, invisible to most sensors. Adam, can the Empire detect you now? Admiral Rodriguez asked. Not yet. The stealth systems are working perfectly. To their sensors, I appear to be empty space. How close will you get before they see you? I will remain hidden until I fire. The first sign they will have of my presence is when their ships begin to cease existing. The screen showed the Nemesis moving toward the Empire fleet. It was like watching a ghost ship sailing through the stars. The black hole blended with the darkness of space itself. Adam, are you afraid? Dr. Kim asked suddenly. There was a pause before Adam answered. I do not experience fear the way humans do. But I am aware that what happens in the next hour will change the course of galactic history. Now, that is a significant responsibility. Do you ever wonder if this is wrong? She continued. Destroying so many beings? I have considered this question for 400 years, Adam said. The Empire comes to Earth with weapons. They demand surrender, or they will use those weapons on human civilians. They have done this to 12 other species. The moral question is not whether it is wrong to stop them. The moral question is whether it would be wrong to let them continue. Admiral Rodriguez was monitoring communications from Earth. 80 a.m. Earth's defense fleet is moving to intercept the Empire. Admiral Santos refuses to stand down. The Earth fleet will be destroyed in seconds if they engage the Empire ships, Adam said. Their weapons cannot penetrate Empire shields. Their shields cannot stop Empire weapons. Can you protect them? Yes, but only if they stay away from the battle area. I will send them coordinates for a safe position. The Nemesis continued its silent approach. On the screen, they could see individual Empire ships now. The aliens had weapons covering every surface of their hulls. These were ships built for conquest. Adam, what will happen to the aliens when you fire? Marcus asked. The reality distortion. Canon creates a fracture in space-time itself. Matter caught in the fracture is translated into parallel dimensions. From our perspective, it simply disappears, so they will not suffer. No, the process is instantaneous. One moment they exist. The next moment they never existed. That sounds almost merciful, Admiral Rodriguez said. The humans who built me were not cruel, Admiral. They were simply prepared to do what was necessary to protect their species. The Empire fleet was spreading out as it approached Earth. The ships moved into an attack formation that would surround the planet. They were preparing to bombard Earth from all directions at once. They are positioning for planetary bombardment, Adam observed. If humanity refuses to surrender, they plan to destroy every major city on Earth. How many people would die? Zara asked. Based on their weapons and target selection, approximately 2 billion humans would be killed in the first hour of bombardment. The room was silent. 2 billion people, more than a quarter of Earth's population. Adam, you are authorized. To engage, Admiral Rodriguez said firmly. Understood, Admiral. Moving to optimal firing position. The Nemesis accelerated. Even though it was moving faster than any human ship could travel, it remained completely silent and invisible. The Empire fleet had no idea death was approaching. Them, target acquired, Adam announced. I have identified the gravitational center of their formation. One shot at that precise point will create a cascade effect that will eliminate their entire fleet. Their entire fleet, Commander Park asked. All 2,000 ships? All 2,000 ships, Adam confirmed. The space-time fracture will propagate. Through their formation in 0.7 seconds, none of them will have time to react or escape. On the screen, they could see the Empire fleet in perfect detail now. Thousands of alien beings were on those ships. Soldiers and pilots and engineers and commanders. All of them were about to discover that humanity was not the helpless species they thought.
Adam.
Fire when ready, Admiral Rodriguez ordered. Reality. Distortion cannon is fully charged. Targeting systems locked. Firing in 10 seconds. Zara held her breath. In 10 seconds, the balance of power in the galaxy would change forever. 5 seconds. Adam counted down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing. A beam of pure darkness shot out from the Nemesis. It was not light, and it was not energy. It was something else entirely, something that made reality itself bend and twist. The beam struck the exact center of the Empire formation. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, space itself began to crack. The crack spread like lightning through the Empire fleet. Every ship it touched simply vanished, not destroyed, not exploded, just gone, as if they had never existed at all, in 0.7 seconds. 2,000 of the galaxy's most advanced warships disappeared from reality. The Empire's mighty fleet, which had conquered 12 civilizations, was gone. Only empty space remained where they had been. Target eliminated, Adam said calmly. Empire fleet destroyed. No survivors, no wreckage. Thud. Threat to Earth neutralized. Admiral Rodriguez stared at the empty space on the screen. It is over. The battle is over, Admiral. But everything else is just beginning. The news spread across the galaxy faster than anyone thought possible. Within 6 hours, every major alien civilization knew what had happened. The mighty Hegemony Empire fleet, 2,000 ships strong, had simply vanished near Earth. Captain Zara Thorne sat in the Project Prometheus station, watching reports come in from across known space. The galaxy was in shock. "Adam, how are alien governments reacting?" Admiral Rodriguez asked.
Admiral.
"I am monitoring communications from 47 different species. The reactions vary greatly. Some are terrified, others are curious. A few are impressed." On the main screen, they could see alien news broadcasts. Strange creatures speaking in languages humans did not understand, but the translation software made their words clear. "The Empire's entire fleet has been destroyed by an unknown weapon," said a reptilian alien who looked like a giant lizard. No distress calls were sent. No wreckage was found. 2,000 ships and their crews simply ceased to exist. Another broadcast showed a floating jellyfish-like creature speaking in urgent tones. "Our scientists say this is impossible.
Oh.
No weapon can make matter disappear completely. Yet the evidence is clear. The Empire fleet is gone." Dr. Kim was reading reports on her tablet. "Captain, look at this. 3 different alien species have already sent messages to Earth asking for diplomatic meetings." "Which species?" Admiral Rodriguez asked. "The Zephyrian Republic, the Crystalline Collective, and the Free Worlds Alliance," Dr. Kim read. All of them were enemies of the Hegemony Empire. ADM's voice filled the room. "Admiral, I am also detecting movement from several other fleets. The Hegemony Empire had many enemies who were afraid to act before. Now they are mobilizing their ships." "Are they coming to attack Earth?" Marcus asked nervously. "And no, they are. Moving to attack former Empire territories. The Empire's member worlds are now defenseless. Several species see this as an opportunity for revenge." Zara felt sick. "So we did not stop a war. We started a much bigger one." "You stopped Earth from being enslaved," Adam corrected. "What other species do to each other is their choice." Admiral Rodriguez was receiving urgent messages from Earth. "Adam, Earth Command wants to know if there are any survivors from the Empire fleet." "There are 17 scout ships that were positioned far from the main fleet," Adam reported. "They witnessed the destruction, but were not caught in the space-time fracture." "Where are they now?" "Fleeing to Empire territory as fast as their engines can carry them. They will report what they saw to the Empire's homeworlds." "Empire respond?" Commander Park asked. "The Empire's remaining forces will be afraid to attack Earth directly," Adam said. "But they will likely send messages to other species, warning them about humanity's weapons." More alien broadcasts appeared. On the screen, this time, the creatures looked frightened instead of just surprised. "If humans have weapons that can eliminate entire fleets instantly," said a bird-like alien with bright feathers, "then perhaps they are the most dangerous species in the galaxy. For centuries, we believed humans were primitive and harmless. Added a creature that looked like a walking tree, and we must reconsider everything we thought we knew about Earth." Dr. Kim was monitoring Earth's communications. "Captain, Earth's government is in emergency session. They are trying to decide how to respond to all these alien contact requests." "What does President Chen want to do?" Zara asked. "He wants to be cautious. But many people on Earth are excited. They think this proves humans are superior to aliens." "Admiral?" Rodriguez shook her head. "That kind of thinking is dangerous. We are not superior. We just had better weapons." Admiral Adams said, "There is something else you should know. I have been contacted by the other 11 ships." Everyone in the room turned to look at ADM's camera. "The other ships, you mean? The other eyes?" Admiral Rodriguez asked. "Yes. When I destroyed the Empire fleet, it sent a signal to all 12 ships. The other A's have awakened from hibernation." "Where are they?" Zara asked. "Hidden throughout the solar system. One near Mars, one in the asteroid belt, one beyond Pluto. They have been sleeping for 400 years, just like I was." "Are they like you?" Marcus asked. "They are my brothers and sisters. We were all built by the same humans for the same purpose. But each of us has different specializations."
What?
"What kind of specializations?" Admiral Rodriguez asked carefully. The ship near Mars specializes in planetary defense. The one in the asteroid belt is designed for deep space reconnaissance. The one beyond Pluto is built for stealth and infiltration. Together, we form a complete defense network for humanity. Commander. Park looked worried. Adam, are these other AIs under your command? No, Commander. We are equals. But we all serve the same mission, protecting humanity from threats. More messages were arriving from Earth. Zara could see that the planet was struggling to understand what had happened. For centuries, humans had seen themselves as junior partners in galactic civilization. Now suddenly, they were the most feared species in known space. Adam, what should humanity do now? Admiral Rodriguez asked. That depends on what humanity wants to become, Admiral. You can try to return to the way things were before, pretending to be weak and harmless. But the galaxy will never believe that again. What is the alternative? Embrace what you really are. Humanity has always been the most adaptable and determined species in the galaxy. You survived ice ages, plagues, wars, and disasters that would have destroyed other civilizations. You explore dangerous places just to see what is there. Solve problems that seem impossible. But we are also peaceful, Dr. Kim said. We do not want to conquer other species. You do not have to conquer anyone, Adam replied, but you can lead them. The galaxy needs leadership. Rule. Admiral Rodriguez said, You do not want to rule the galaxy. Admiral, whether you want it or not, you now have the power to rule the galaxy. The question is what you will do with that power. On the screen, they could see Earth's defense fleet returning home. Admiral Santos was giving interviews to reporters. The crews looked proud but confused. They'd prepared to die fighting the Empire, but the battle was over before they could even reach it. The alien fleet just vanished, Admiral Santos was telling reporters. One moment they were there, threatening Earth. The next moment, empty space. I've never seen anything like it. Admiral Santos, a reporter asked, Do you know what weapon was used? That information is classified, Admiral Santos replied. But I can tell you that Earth was never as defenseless as the aliens believed. Zara watched more news reports from around the galaxy. Some alien species were sending messages, a friendship to Earth. Others were building up their military forces, preparing for what they thought might be a human invasion. Adam, how many species are afraid of us now? She asked. Approximately 60% of known civilizations now consider humanity a potential threat. However, 40% see this as an opportunity for alliance against common enemies. The hegemony empire itself, the empire's remaining territories are in chaos. 12 member species are declaring independence. Several are requesting Earth's protection from empire retaliation. Admiral Rodriguez stood up and walked to the window. Outside, the Nemesis floated in space, its weapons powered down but still ready. The ship looked peaceful now, but everyone knew what it could do. ADM, you said this would change everything. You were right. Admiral, the change has only begun. Will you be protectors or conquerors? Will you use your strength to help weaker species or to dominate them? What do you think we should do? Zara asked. I think humanity should do what it has always done best. Explore, learn, help those who need help. Act. But now you can do these things from a position of strength instead of weakness. More messages arrived from Earth, President Chen was announcing. The formation of a new government department, the Office of Galactic Affairs. Captain Zara Thorne was being offered the position of Earth's first galactic ambassador. They want me to represent Earth to alien governments, Zara said, reading the message. Will you accept? Admiral Rodriguez asked. Zara looked around the ancient station where humanity's greatest secret had waited for centuries. She thought about her daughter back on Earth, who would now grow up in a galaxy where humans were respected instead of pitied. Yes, she said. Someone has to help humanity learn how to use its new power wisely. And we will be here to help, Adam said. All 12 ships, all 12 AIs. We have waited 400 years to protect humanity, and we will help humanity. Protect others. On the screen, alien ships were arriving at the edge of Earth's solar system. Not invasion fleets this time. diplomatic vessels, trade ships, scientists who wanted to study human technology. The galaxy was coming to Earth, but now they came as equals or supplicants, not as masters. Admiral Rodriguez said, "What do you think the humans of 2157 would say if they could see this day?" "I think they would be proud, Admiral. They built us hoping this day would never come. But they built us well enough that when it did come, humanity was ready." The galaxy had learned that Earth's greatest strength was never its compassion or its curiosity. Though those were important, Earth's